The BBC has released thousands of emails about Martin Bashir's Panorama interview with Princess Diana. The journalist held a bombshell sit-down interview with the princess in 1995, which it was later revealed came as a result of forged documents. The BBC has now released 3,000 files relating to the scandal after being ordered by a judge last month. One showed Bashir believed the claims had came as a result of him being non-white. In the email, dated July 20, 2020, Bashir told the head of BBC History, Robert Seater, forged documents played no role in obtaining the interview. He wrote, "I am sorry to hear this so-called forgery story has reared its head again. It played no part in the interview, but did allow professional jealousy, particularly within the corporation, to hang its hat on alleged wrongdoing." At the time, it was also apparent that there was some irritation that a second-generation immigrant of non-white, working-class roots should have the temerity to enter a royal palace and conduct an interview. It would have been so much easier if one of the dynastic families, Dimbleby et al., had done it. Bashir also claimed securing the interview while being the child of immigrants with working-class roots led to some irritation among BBC colleagues. Claiming he had been praised by the princess staff for not giving interviews about the program, he wrote, "Since returning to the UK in 2015, and rejoining the BBC in 2016, senior staff in the Prince of Wales office, to my surprise, have expressed their gratitude for my declining of all requests to discuss the interview. As I am sure you will understand, the words of the late princess have been deployed to attack surviving members of the royal family, particularly the Prince of Wales, something that I have never wanted to do. Someday, who knows when, I will need to look back and reflect upon a career that included, but hope was not wholly defined by a single interview. For that I'll need to work hard at recollection, something that I find very difficult." In another email, ahead of the November 2020 broadcast of an ITV documentary The Diana Interview, Revenge of a Princess, in which graphic designer Matt Weisler spoke about mocking up the documents for Bashir, Mr. Seater asked for a statement from Bashir after being asked to release an archive interview about the event, which mentions a forgery story involving yourself. Members of the corporation's television weekly program review board also praised Bashir at a meeting 2 days after the interview aired, with one member saying Bashir had shown journalistic integrity. Bashir, a former religion editor, left the BBC in April 2021 citing health reasons after having COVID-19 related complications. The next month, a report by Lord Dyson concluded that the BBC covered up deceitful behaviour by Bashir to secure the 1995 interview and led to an apology from the corporation and a promise never to show it again. A BBC spokesperson said, "There is nothing to support the allegations the BBC acted in bad faith in 2020, and we maintain this suggestion is simply wrong. We have worked to provide relevant material throughout this lengthy process, which has involved extensive archive and record searches spanning nearly 30 years. We have also accepted and apologized when errors have been made and taken extensive steps to rectify those errors." Further, as has been said many times, far from attempting to conceal or cover up matters, the BBC commissioned Lord Dyson to conduct an independent investigation so that he could gain a full picture of what happened in 1995, including by obtaining any additional materials that people other than the BBC might possess. The BBC provided all relevant documentation that was in the BBC's possession to the Lord Dyson inquiry. Other individuals involved in these events also supplied Lord Dyson with written materials, which are detailed in the report. This was published in 2021 and the findings accepted in full by the BBC.